How's it going, people? And welcome back to the GalacticOz Podcast. Hey, man, we are not done. We are not done with the guests just yet. Abdullah, you missed out on so many. I can't believe Abdullah, Hassanin Idris. You all missed out on a phase. I can't believe you missed out on that.
Yeah, bro.
After all those days, after all those years.
All-timer episode, man.
Yeah, bro, that was an all-time.
You brought him on a bad day. I enjoyed watching it, though.
Yeah,
It was
fun.
top
Yeah,
tier.
he left it up. He left it first ever guest to do that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
of who?
Well, he left in the
The
middle.
take was so bad.
What
He's
was
like,
the reason?
"Wallahi, I'm out of here, bro."
I don't know because it was a black guy.
No, it was brilliant, bro. But the guys keep on asking for more UK guests, more SDS guests, more ball knowledge, more Sky Sports pundits. So we had to bring him, you know, the man himself, the man who commentates the charity matches in Qatar. And you know what? He might as well be the face of Qatar and the face of the UK for us today. Abs, welcome to the show, my brother.
It's a pleasure, man. I've been a fan of the pod for ages, for so
Really?
long now. The boys down under have been doing their job. It's about time we collaborate, though, no?
Well, for real, bro. It's about time, bro. Abs, honestly, by the way, Abs, out of all content creators, Abs shows us the most love, bro. The most love, bro. In person, you know, on the DMs. Now he's a genuine Galactico. Let's just say that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I say that with a Barcelona shirt right now. It's not making sense. But at the same time, I am a Galactico. For sure, I'm a Galactico.
That's all right. That's all right, lads. Hasib is holding his head already, guys. Let's just take it easy, slowly. We're getting to it today. There's a lot to discuss. A lot of people are expecting breakdown of the century today, and you know what? Someone couldn't join today based on pure heartbreak. Hassanin Afa, Simba, he literally could not do it today. He's like to me, I'm so fuming, I can't even talk about this. And you know what? He's been talking all day on the group chat, Abdullah. So I don't know what that means.
Such a drama queen.
He really is, wallah, he really is. But guys, there's a lot to discuss here. So I think let's just get straight into it. I don't know if you want to discuss the Colombia game just yet, but let's start with Argentina. Guys, this was supposed to be it's supposed to be a cruise in the park, or walk in the park, sorry, a cruise for Argentina, because we said this is not going to be any trouble for Argentina based on Egypt's performances and also how dominant Argentina have looked, besides that little blip that they had against Cabo Verde. The game started, and what came is the biggest, the most unbelievable shock that I've ever seen. Egypt, let's continue on. Egypt took a 2-goal lead. And you know what? They should have had a third. And by that time, I think Argentina, Messi, everybody that supports the GOAT were panicking. But you know what? Wallah, in my heart, you know, I'm a Barcelona fan, I'm a Messi fan and everything. There's a part of me that wanted the final king to be slayed in this World Cup, because we saw Neymar leave, we saw Ronaldo leave, and now it was only befitting to see Messi leave. But what happened next was something that Abshir, Hasib and Abdullah have, I'm sure you have different opinions on, but I'll just say my opinion and then I'll pass it on to one of you boys. Firstly, I want to say this whole argument that Argentina or the World Cup is rigged for Argentina to win, I can see the perspective of some people on it, but the other side, specifically for this game, I cannot give too much credit on it. We've seen the corruption when it comes to them overruling the red card decision for the US. We've seen them with the corruption with the Iran players not giving them their visas, even with the Senegalese staff members. We've seen all of that. But I want to say this. The credibility of that comeback is not tarnished because of the referee's decisions or whatever. The other thing is that Egypt had a 2-0 lead. Okay, let's say the third goal isn't given. A 2-0 lead with 15 minutes to go or so, and you completely collapse. That has to be on them as well. Like, you can't just say, oh, no, this is because of this corruption. Oh, okay, penalty here and a penalty there. Okay, fine, no problem. But at the same time, where are these people? When are these fans or the Egyptian kind of cohort going to take responsibility for this? Because you had a 2-0 lead, and you know what? Wallah, if this was any other nation, we would say the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not because it's an African nation, because they're going to walk away, because they're going to complain, because they don't have the mentality, because we've spoken so much about Senegal and their collapse and how they collapse in every competition because of the same thing. But this just happened. And you know what? The comeback, wallahi, I'm for it. And Messi was absolutely outstanding in the second half, and when he switched onto the wing. He gave us some glimpses of things that we haven't seen in 10, 15 years. And this has to be enjoyed as well. So I see both sides. But the corruption, I'm here for it. Wallahi, that penalty should have been given. 100%. First of all, that shirt pull, if that was happening to Argentina, I know for a fact that would have been given. Or at least checked by VAR.
Yeah.
The second thing also is what happened for their third goal that was not given. That happened so far away from the play, and also like within after I don't know, bro. I look at that and I'm like, I've seen cases where it's a little bit shorter than this, and they check it or whatever. But because it happened on the other side, you know what I mean? It happened all the way and it was so soft in comparison to everything else that we've seen, and it was given. Regardless, this is my thoughts on it. Messi, I don't want to say I'm happy for him that he went through. Wallahi, I was going for Egypt throughout the game. Despite being a Messi fan or Ronaldo fan, I still wanted Egypt to go through. But I think the better team went through, and I really want to see a proper final in the end. Now, one more thing with Argentina, with France, getting an all Argentinian refereeing stuff. This is obviously something we're going to have to talk about because there might be some corruption there. But you know what? Let's start with it. Our guest, Abs. Your thoughts on the entire match, on Egypt, what the coach said, what the players said, what happened with Messi, what happened, everything, bro. Talk to us.
Listen, I think there's been a lot of controversy surrounding it. Probably a little bit more than I give credit for. I think Lisandro Martinez was fouled. It was quite a way before the goal, but it's still in the same phase of play. I don't think Salah was fouled. The McAllister one maybe deserves a check, but even that looks soft in my opinion. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to take for Egypt, but I think the real criminal is Omar Mamouche. I think he has the chance there on a 4-on-2 situation. He has to make the right decision and set one of his teammates to kill the game for Egypt, and he doesn't make the right decision. I'm more inclined to agree that it's an Egyptian collapse, but more than an Egyptian collapse, the fella that's chilling behind AbzBusquets over there decided to take over the game. I'm sorry, guys. He decided, I am not letting my country go anywhere. And now I want to hear from the rest of the boys on what their stances are regarding Messi, but I don't know how you can watch this guy and still count him out. Because if you do that, you have been proven wrong for nearly 20 years. Like, at least stop being wrong at one point in your life. Like, you have to choose for 20 years, maybe 10 years in, I start saying, all right, cool, I'm going to decide to stop being wrong. 15 years, if we are here now, and you aren't just saying, cool, I can't stop counting out the GOAT, I'm just going to accept the greatness that I'm watching. With regards to the corruption side of things, I hear it a lot more, like you were saying at the beginning, Azam, I hear it a lot more about seeing their running and how lovely it's looking in comparison to maybe another team that might have to get to the final. But at the end of the day, you get into the World Cup, you do as well as you can in the group stages, and you might get a decent run. Argentina have, like, what they are is, what doesn't help Argentina is how much of a team full of rats they are as well. They're really like unlikable team. Like, you've got Enzo Fernandez who's unlikable at Chelsea, McAllister who's unlikable at Liverpool. You've got a bunch of unlikable fellas and the greatest player of all time. Sorry, man. I side with the greatest player of all time. Me, personally, I think Messi, it was emotion. Seeing Messi that emotional after winning the World Cup, it just still strikes something in me, and it's just like, he's 39 years old, and he still feels like there's more to prove in this game. You look at the rest of the other legends of football. You talk about the last king being slain. The king Mo Salah had to be slain in this time. It had to be his goal. Unfortunately, it was Mo Salah's goal to be slain by the GOAT, the king. And it's like, yeah, it's beautiful to watch, I'll be honest. His story doesn't stop becoming beautiful to watch, in my opinion. Obviously, it's not nice seeing the Egyptian team like that, and I feel as though it was emotional seeing Sam Hassan at the end of the game speaking the way that he was, and the coach. And I think they brought a lot to the World Cup, seeing how vocal their coach has been as well. It's been beautiful to watch Egypt, most certainly. But on that football pitch, unfortunately, boys, the ball don't lie.
Fair enough. Hasib, you've been very patient. By the way, Abs, just for context, Abdullah, my brother, older brother, is an Arsenal fan. He leans more towards Messi, but he's a Real Madrid fan. Soft spot for Real Madrid. Hasib is an Arsenal fan, but he's die hard. I will die for Ronaldo kind of way. And then Abshir is an Arsenal fan, is the complete opposite of Hasib. He will die so that Ronaldo will not play football like that. That's the opposite.
Yeah, I feel like me and Abshir are gonna get along. We're gonna get along.
My hate is stronger than my love for Messi.
Well, now that we've established that, Hasib, take it away.
All right, so we can't have a chat, bro. We can't have a chat because your love for Messi is gonna overcome this controversy that that's unfolding in front of our eyes. We can't talk to a Messi fan that because you guys look at it from a different lens. We're looking at it from a corruption lens. We're looking at it from the game itself. What Messi did is separate, and we'll give Messi a prop because Messi's not involved in this. This is about Argentina, and this is about what unfolded today in this game. And it's an absolute joke, bro. It was a glimpse of what happened in the 2022 World Cup in the semi-final against Netherlands, bro. I looked back at that Netherlands versus Argentina game. Wala hawla wala quwwata, bro. Like, people not getting sent off, people not getting yellow cards, bro. Messi getting away with the handball. Donny getting away with just booting the ball on the bench. Like, what is going on, bro? And then I come here and I'm like watching this, and I'm like, cuz, what are we watching? Yeah, like Azam said, the credibility of the comeback, I understand that. But boys, do not let that take away from what happened to Egypt, bro. Do not let it cloud your eyes, because what we saw was absolute joke. Now you might say that if that VAR call or reversing it back, which was 20 seconds back to that foul on Martinez, yeah, I'll ask you one question and one question only. If the roles were reversed, would they do that for Egypt? No, they wouldn't. And I know hindsight is a beautiful.
I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
VAR only favors the bigger teams, Abs. They're not going to favor Egypt, bro. You think they're going to go back and look at it? Mo Salah one, whether it's a foul or not, it wasn't looked back at all. It wasn't looked back at all. And
who's the bigger team? Who's the bigger team, England or Mexico?
England.
They looked at Joe Kwanzaa's VAR for the red card, no?
Yeah, but it was a clear red card. I don't get it. Bro.
You said it favors the bigger teams. If it only favored the bigger teams...
No, but it's a blatant red card. This was not a blatant foul. You said it yourself. This was a soft foul.
No. I said the Salah one was soft. The Lisandro Martinez is clear.
It was soft, in my opinion. I don't think it was good enough for us to go all the way back 20 seconds to actually look at that foul and see that. That's what my stance is.
Just to add to that, Hasib, sorry, before you continue, so Abs can jump in as well if he wants on this. What happened to clear and obvious? Or is that no longer the case?
No, I thought it was a clear and obvious foul in Lisandro Martinez.
You think that's a clear and obvious error by the ref? No, letting that go in the first place. Do you think that's a clear and obvious error and that needed to be overturned?
Yeah, and the reason I say that is because it's not just a pull, it's also a stamp with the studs.
Like, no, the first guy didn't do anything.
No, the first guy got nothing. Lisandro Martinez said,
the second guy just stepped on his foot.
He stepped on his foot while pulling him back. Like, there's two offenses in one that could have been seen, in my opinion. Anyway.
The pullback was already when he was falling on the ground. He grabbed the shirt a little bit, but I don't think the shirt didn't entice anything, in my opinion. But however, like, that was extremely soft. You could argue both ways. Boys, let me tell you right now. Like, yeah, I've been talking a lot of shit about Argentina, but this is separate from Messi, right? We'll get to Messi, bro. We'll talk about Messi and his greatness and what he's done and we'll talk about it later on. But talk about this corruption bit. If the roles were reversed, you cannot tell me that the referee would take the time to go to VAR and reverse that, because he didn't do that at all. He didn't do that with the Mo Salah one as well. He didn't do that at all. And some of the fouls that were committed by Argentina throughout the entire course of the 90 minutes and not getting one yellow card, boys, not one yellow card, is an absolute joke.
Is that not consistent? Is that not consistent with Paraguay not getting a yellow? Because Paraguay basically took chunks out of every single French player and didn't get a yellow card either. So this World Cup has shown you time and time again the threshold for getting a yellow card, unless you have an English referee, is higher than any other footballing game we've ever seen. I have never seen the threshold for getting a yellow card be higher. I think Rabiot got something like 6 fouls in a game once and didn't get a yellow card.
Yeah, but that's the lack of
see that as Argentinian corruption. I just see that as the standard that this World Cup has been set at for some reason. I don't know why.
Abs, I understand. I agree with you. It's the lack of inconsistency by VAR. But that one team that gets the most favor out of all the top nations in this World Cup and the previous World Cup has been Argentina.
Look,
I think you've got to come with more evidence than that. Go on, Abzal.
just even last game, bro. Okay, whether or not it's a foul for Martinez, that's up for debate. But it's something you can look at. But the fact that I don't like this corruption only being Argentina. Corruption has been rampant this whole tournament.
I think corruption is
He made me up. The Portugal game, the hair, the nicking the hair, the last second goal from Croatia. Ronaldo first game. I'm not mentioning Ronaldo because I don't like the guy, but I'm saying Ronaldo first game in the tournament shouldn't have played. From the Ireland red card, they suspended it. Balogun red card, they suspended it. French referees for Argentina today. Argentine referees for a French game in 2 days' time. Yeah, there's always random stuff. Iran, whatever you say. Yeah,
Iran is the one
being abused. Senegal, the officials and their backroom stuff, all them copying it, bro. Like this whole tournament has been rampant with random weird decisions. The Iran offside goal last second against Egypt. Ooh, was that his foot over? Was he in front of the goalkeeper? Some random weird calls all over the gaff. I'm just saying, I got dirty early on. But what's this weird tournament? Random teams getting random calls, and then I just deeped it, bro. I said, corruption is part of life. Yeah, World Cup.
I'm sure.
Yeah, wait.
I'm sure.
The World Cup is a representation of the world. Before, corruption we couldn't see it. It was behind us. What?
That's true.
Now it's wadi', right in front of us. Right here. Whether we like it or not.
in your face, huh?
Yeah, it's in your face. Bro, I have a weird feeling. They said, you know what? We wanted Portugal to win their group. So we got Argentina, Portugal quarterfinal instead of Argentina, Switzerland. We wanted England to win their group so they could be on that side. We want England. We want Argentina. They wanted as many teams on one side of the bracket. Let's see who out of all of them can win their side, and then France on one side. France goes first, goes to the final. If England deserves to be there, they'll verse them. If Argentina deserves to be there, perfect. If Portugal, same thing. I would love to have seen Argentina versus Portugal this Sunday. What? I don't want to see Argentina Switzerland. And even more so, I was actually kind of at the start of the game, when the game started this morning, 2 a.m. fast, I was like, this is actually kind of annoying. I wanted to see Australia versus Argentina, not Egypt, because we lost against Egypt. Then when Egypt saw the first goal, some patriotism started. What? Hey, Biladi. I said, hey, well, this halftime comes along, second half, the first disallowed goal, when Zico took his top off, wallah, I wanted to do the same thing.
No, don't do that.
No, wallah, I'm serious. Hey, Azam, I'm a Messi guy. You guys know that. But I do not like these racist Argentinian rats, bro. Yeah, wallah, I don't. I want Messi to win the World Cup, but not Argentina.
Yeah,
it's mental,
same,
it's mental. Well, I'm the same.
But when Zico got the goal disallowed, and then he scored again after 2 minutes, and he said, what? I said, this guy, wallah, my guy. But then something was telling me, Abshir, there's something psychologically wrong with all African countries. Not just Egypt. It's a psychological thing from top to bottom. Our boy Shifa was saying, I have to do a research paper on the psychology of black people or Africans. Number one, taking penalties. And number two, why do we always fumble? Yeah. Talking about Senegal last round. 2-0. What the hell was that? You know what I'm saying to you? Like, it does not make sense. Congo could have beat England. They could have beat them. First half, they had a couple good chances. They just don't believe. The only exception to the rule is Morocco. You know what I'm saying to you? There's something psychologically wrong. But Egypt, like, I'm not even looking at this should be penalty, that should be. I just think Egypt should have won that game. But there's a short man. It's a bit acoustic. I don't want to say the actual word. Yeah, they decided, hey, I'm gonna win this World Cup with or without your help, FIFA.
Yeah. Abdullah, talk to us.
Where do I start? Wallah? Where do I start? You see all of the fiery interviews that the players and the coaches did after the game, the Egyptians.
Mhm.
That's exactly how I felt at full time. Like, I was so pissed off, but it was an emotional reaction. Because then when all of that cools down, on the day, Egypt weren't good enough to win the game. And Azam, you guys were saying it in the group. The way that Shubair played, the keeper, as I was saying, they could have conceded 8 on another day.
Wallahi.
No
straight
worries.
up.
Today was a really good day for them. But what I don't want this to take away, like what I just said, is from the fact that I do think, and obviously everybody knows this, that the big teams do get favored in major tournaments like this. Decisions do fall their way more often than not. Today might not have been the best example for us to take the corruption argument and run with it, because of, I think, how poorly Egypt defended that lead and how much of a carry job their keeper had to come through with. So, but again, like I said, the big teams do get favored. And that's something that just frustrates me at major tournaments like this, because it really almost gives the smaller nations no hope. Like, if you're lacking quality, then the 50-50s don't go your way. What chance do you really have? Like, it really has to be a perfect day for you to end up with the result.
Can I ask a question, Abdullah?
Go on.
Do you not think it's the same thing in the Champions League, in the Premier League?
I was just
La Liga?
about to say, I'm kidding, you know. The bigger
don't-
teams get favored more often than not. No?
I genuinely don't think it's as much as it is in international football. You feel it in international football because
Abdullah. Well, Real Madrid, Abdullah. Come on, bro. Real Madrid
no,
in the
no,
Champions League,
Azam.
bro.
Yes, there's like the let's say 1 or 2 nations, but then let me say this, and I don't want to like come across as though I'm saying something that I'm not, but in general, the Europeans, maybe the South Americans, especially in the football sphere, have a very clear superiority complex when it comes to Africans, Arab nations, all of this. Like, everybody knows that they come into a game knowing you guys are not, you're lucky to be here. Yeah, you're lucky to be sharing this pitch with us. And I feel like that ideology itself is carried out throughout. Like, whether the referee Hassi was European. So, of course, like, he doesn't think the Egyptians are really up to it that way. But I'm not saying that he had a bad performance, by the way. That one call is the 2 calls, actually, the McAllister pull and the Lisandro Martinez foul are the two calls that I think he got wrong. But other than that, I think he was fine. I don't think many of the 50-50s you could argue or not argue with. And like Abz was saying, the threshold for yellow cards has been really high this whole tournament. So to me, he didn't have as much of a bad game as people are making out.
Yeah, bro. I just think it's emotional overreaction, like you said.
Definitely.
Because
But unfortunately, Abshir, the how it looks like doesn't help any Argentinian supporter.
Yes,
It doesn't. Just the tournament being corrupt, everything that's happened, what this game symbolizes, how they won it last time, what people think of them, it just doesn't help their case. Again, people are just going to run with it. And I'm not, like, wallahi me, like exactly what you said. I want Messi to win the World Cup, not this World Cup, the last World Cup. I want Messi to win the World Cup, but I don't want Argentina to win it. I really don't. They just,
Same.
I don't feel any. In fact, you see after the game they're throwing beers at the Egyptian fans and stuff.
Yeah.
That's their dogs, bro. They're actual dogs. You know what I mean? Like,
You know,
none
like,
of them wants them to win it.
if there's a camera on me, when Egypt scored twice, I actually smiled. Wow, this is pretty good. Then Romero scored, like mute reaction. Messi scored. Oh. Enzo Fernandez scored. I just said, why does it have to be him? Out of all players, when he said after last World Cup, saying these French guys are not really French. They're Angolans and they're Congolese guys.
That's
with
wild.
French passports. Yeah, that's
We can say that. We can say that because
Yeah, let us say that. Leave that to us. That's our job. Yeah, we can take our African brothers. That's what you did.
yeah,
Argentinian mug.
yeah.
No, but I genuinely think the Egyptians let themselves down.
Yeah.
They really let themselves down today.
any other day this would
To
have
think
been
that you're 2-0 up
5-1
though,
or
2-0
something.
up with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I don't know what this coach is doing, bringing on attacking players. Marmoush, Trezeguet. What is this nonsense, bro?
Naivety,
Get every
bro.
defender they have on
Naivety.
the bench on.
It's hard-headed Africanness, bro. And
5-4-1, lock it off. That's it.
Guys,
See,
what was it? How many goals in how many minutes? Was it 15 minutes? 12 minutes?
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
79th is the
Yeah.
first goal. Yeah, 10 minutes.
It's madness, bro.
Because
It's
how you can
madness.
see that
And
many
shout
I
out
will
to
say-
the,
I
to the
will
right
say
winger,
though,
wallahi.
It felt as though, in my opinion, obviously, Abdullah, you were mentioning this about the disparity between the African teams, the European teams, South American teams. In my lifetime watching football, I think this is the first time on such a regular basis. Can we swear on here?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for
go
it.
on.
That I've seen African team bitch the life out of these South American and European teams. I'm talking Congo in the first half were better than England.
Yeah.
Ivory Coast were better than Norway.
Germany.
Yeah.
And Germany.
Mm.
Senegal were better than Belgium. Morocco were better than the Netherlands. On such a regular basis, they have been whooping their asses. But the only problem is not so much a superiority complex in terms of the other side. Maybe it's an inferiority complex within us, where it's like we don't believe we should be here right now. And a lot of it, like, bro, like we're all Premier League watchers, guys. I have become so numb to bad officiating.
Yeah.
This whole corruption storyline, you won't see me make one piece of content about it. Because I'm so numb to it that I go into every single football game expecting the referee to fuck someone up. Someone's getting fucked up. I'm just waiting for who it's gonna be. So hence why like with the whole corruption thing is evident to see through most football matches. The referee's gonna cock it up somewhere. Something's gonna happen over here. It's gonna happen. I'm just coming to accept it, right? What has annoyed me so much is exactly what you boys are alluding to, is just keep your mettle, boys. Just keep your head. And what it comes down to, in my opinion, the rationale in my head, the way I think about it, is that it comes down to XP. If you've been here many times before, in a round of 16, in going into a quarterfinals, and I think Egypt in their last game when they beat, remind me who they beat.
Oh,
Who did
man.
Egypt
Australia.
beat?
Stop it.
You bastard.
Oh, I didn't do that on
That's a
purpose.
piece of shit, bro.
I didn't do that on purpose. I did this. Sorry, Kat. Sorry, Kat. But yeah, they beat Australia. Who actually that one I think Australia for big parts of the game were controlling the game. But anyway, the Egypt team, that was their first knockout win in a World Cup ever for them. So it's like it's our first time being here, so we don't know what quite to expect and how to handle these tough situations. All in all, what a spectacle. I think this has probably been the greatest World Cup I've ever watched. In terms of just the games and the drama and all that kind of stuff, yes, the corruption does take a bit off that a little bit. I hear you, boys. But it's been unbelievable.
It doesn't take anything off it for me. It doesn't at all. This is how football is, bro. This is how the
It's how
world
life
It's
is.
salt
How
and
life
pepper,
is.
huh?
How
Salt
life
and
is.
pepper,
life,
salt
bro.
and pepper on top, you know?
does. And going back to the inferiority complex, I don't think it's inferiority complex.
Talk to me.
You go to Ivory Coast, you go to Morocco, you go to Egypt, the countries.
Morocco, no. Morocco.
No,
Morocco don't count.
Yeah, well, like Morocco, no.
No.
The other ones,
As in,
please.
My point, Azam, my point was something else. I'm saying, you talk to any African guy in any African country,
Yeah.
and you say to him, "Hey, you reckon you can beat Argentina?" Yeah, well, we can, but what? We'll beat them. Don't worry. Talk to any uncle in any cafe ever. He's never kicked the ball. He believes sincerely they can beat them.
And that's why he's never kicked the ball up, shit.
Yeah. I think it's not inferiority complex. It's the same thing as the Saudi Arabia thing I mentioned, versus Spain. They're just like in awe. Messi? What? Messi has the ball? I dare you. Right now, I was just watching the highlights again, just before I come on. When Messi crossed the ball in for his goal, he crossed the ball in. I dare you watch it after this. When they cross the ball in and the guy's clearing it, there's 3 Egyptian players, edge of the box, just standing there, watching. And Messi just walks in, gets a layoff, bang. Goalkeeper should have saved it. Goalkeeper should have saved the that goal.
The goalkeeper should have saved Messi's one.
Yeah, he went through
That's
his
very
hands.
harsh.
Nah,
That's very harsh.
the
I think
pace
it's
on
coming
that
through
went-
bodies.
yeah.
It's coming through
And the
bodies.
corner.
Hit it on a sidewinder.
I think the
first
pace on it is
Romero
what beats
one,
him.
The Romero one he should save. in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because he made some other saves though that were just spectacular.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
Alvarez
The one from
was-
Alvarez.
he was- he was-
Yo,
one
the
from
Alvarez
Julian
one,
Alvarez.
reaction time was brilliant.
Oh.
Everything. Hasib, you haven't had a chance to respond. You spoke once, and then everybody spoke more than once, and you're just here.
I'm outnumbered, bro. That's what it is. But nah, like I think the word corruption is a bit harsh, but I wasn't like obviously it's an emotional reaction, and bro, football is an emotional game. I'm not gonna like we don't sit here as fans talking about tactics and whatnot. It's an emotional game. So like the tangent that all you lot went on was like Abs went on was the Messi tangent. It was emotional, so that's what it was. So let's talk about the game a little bit, like Argentina set up at the start of the game. But I feel like Argentina, bro, like this starting with like what 4-5 midfielders and no wingers. I don't think it ever works, bro. These guys it was slow, it was lethargic, and I think Messi didn't have his best game until the last hydration break when he just completely transformed. And I think Messi showed us a glimpse of what he was back in 2018, bro. Absolute phenomenal. I think he completely changed the game. And for this man to be able to, produce the level of football that he's producing right now and roll back the years and single-handedly do what he's just done time and time again, you can't fault it, bro. I've got nothing to say. Like, literally got nothing to say. There's nothing bad to say about Messi, in my opinion. And it's quite extraordinary, to be honest. I mean, it's bittersweet, but what can you do? But I've got no words. I mean, whenever I talk about him, it's absolutely crazy. Like moving him to the right-hand side, giving that space, stretching the field out a little bit, and then he just ran through it, bro. He just ran through it. So, in my opinion, the team that won deserved to win. And I do feel sorry for Egypt. I do feel sorry for all the African teams because all of them lost after the 80th minute. So, I mean, you guys obviously know a lot more than I know in terms of the African culture and, like, the mentality and whatnot. But it is sad to see after such a high, about 9 out of 10 teams, African teams, going through the knockout stages, and now only one remains. It's kind of sad to see, but and then also that the one that remains is going against France. So obviously it might be the end of the road for them. It might not, but yeah, not much to say. They deserved it, and it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. That's all I gotta say.
I saw a reel of someone saying, what if this crazy Argentinian goes and does it again? Well, like every round, it seems like it's more and more likely that he's going to go back-to-back winning. Well, I said before the start of this tournament, I said this does nothing for his legacy. That's why I don't want him to win this World Cup. I don't think it's going to add any more GOAT status than he already has, because we all believe that the one is more than enough, because what he did in his career, it's kind of khalas, yani. What else do you want? 2 World Cups isn't going to really do anything. For Mbappe, it changes how we look at Mbappe. Even though he's done it twice, going to the final twice and winning it once. But if he does it 3 times, going to the finals, and wins it twice, it does something for him. Neymar, obviously. Ronaldo, obviously. Even Yamal, obviously. Salah, anyone. Even Haaland. Right now, the storyline of Haaland, I'm liking it, bro. And I really want it to go for as long as possible. But for Messi, for him to do it twice... Bro, should we wrap up the sports? Should we just wrap it up, bro?
What do you mean as long as possible? Excuse me, what do you mean you want to
Well,
go
I
as
give it
long
up,
as
bro.
possible?
Abs, you proper
Haaland train
England
got to
fan.
end soon, mate.
You proper England.
I'm about as English as they come. I won't lie to you. I'll be honest though. I'll be honest. There's some things that Haseeb did say something. I remember you spoke about the no wingers midfielders. I think it's the reason why they do this is for Messi. Number one is because having him in central areas is always better than having him out wide, except when he wants to go and take over the game like he did against Egypt. And then go wherever you want. Go to the goalkeeper's toes at that up top. Where you want to go at, it doesn't matter. Go wherever you want, pick out the ball. But the reason they play like that is, and to be fair, the only difference from the 2022 World Cup, mainly they played like this similarly, but Di Maria would come off the bench and Di Maria would provide it on the left hand side, which is a very, very big difference. And I'm actually missed the central progression. For me, it's very, very important. For me, I like seeing teams play the ball from the middle of the pitch. Why? Because it's at this point in football, the way that this model and meta of football is right now, it's the most difficult thing to do, and it is also the most advantageous thing to do if it works. Hence why I believe Messi and Scaloni has made his team so narrow, where it's basically a old school 4-1-2-1-2, where it's right and narrow in the middle of the pitch, packing it. There's no the wingers are not wingers. It's either Almada or Rodrigo de Paul or Enzo Fernandez might go out there. The reason why they do that is to try and get as many humans close to Messi as possible. Tick, 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 tick. Things happen when the genius.
You know what's crazy, Abs, on what you said? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like it's very surprising to me that someone like Nico Paz is not getting game time.
Yeah, I agree.
That's huge for me, in my opinion. I don't understand why, especially in a game like this, to go on for that long, to be that intense. Adding a little bit of Nico Paz in the middle would have completely changed the game quite early on.
I agree. I
Now he's
completely
effective on the ball. That's
Good
why.
shout. Good shout.
And you want Messi on the ball as often as possible. That's what they think. So,
Azam,
Yeah.
word on Haizam Hassan.
Yeah. Oh my days, bro.
oh, hey, I found out that guy there, the black guy,
What
Haitham
a
Hassan,
player, bro.
half Egyptian, half Tunisian, on the
Yeah,
right wing. That guy played for France under 20s, under 19s, under 18s.
yeah.
Mm.
He broke with
Madness.
France.
And
No
in Egypt, the media didn't want him to play.
Really?
Now they love him, yeah?
That was his first competitive start.
Yeah.
Competitive start.
Wow.
Because he came on against Australia as well. Was cooking
And
us.
then social media went nuts. If your
Yeah.
social media is Arab world social media,
Yeah.
like mine were like, it blew up after Australia. They were like, who is this kid and why is he not playing?
Yeah.
And the coach sat Marmoush on the bench the next game for him, bro.
I have a friend right now currently living in Egypt, and he just messaged the group chat right after the game finished. He goes, "It's shaking. Cairo is shaking."
Yeah. You know, his team,
Yeah, I
he
think
plays in La Liga.
He's there right now.
What's that?
Fu put into the group chat. I think he's in Egypt right now, and the videos he was sending, it was
Nuts over
kicking
there, bro.
off.
Yeah.
Kicking off. Bro.
Madness.
Anybody with Argentina shirt, but I reckon.
Why would you wear an Argentinian shirt in
You're
Egypt?
asking for it. You're asking for it. You're
I
asking
don't know
for it.
some I don't know some political stuff. But anyway, yeah.
Well, lads, there's another game that
Azam, I want
happened.
to say one more thing. You asked about what it will do to his legacy. I think there's one more thing potentially. Only one last thing. Even after he won his last World Cup, there is still a strong generation of Argentinians who will not budge off the fact that Maradona is better than Messi.
Yeah, but that's fine, Abs, though. That's fine.
So, but
I
I'm
mean,
saying if there's one thing that he could change is matching Maradona's World Cups and then being able to have his legacy increased back home. I think that's
nah.
That's
I
it.
think those old head Abs, they're never gonna change. I mean, the same way Ronaldo and Messi for us when we grow older in our age, in our twilight years, bro. And Yamal comes in, Kylian Mbappe comes in, surpasses Messi, and Ronaldo. Haaland comes in, surpasses Ronaldo's goal scoring record. You think I'm gonna budge off Ronaldo? You think I'm gonna budge off Messi? Never, cuz. Never. This is for us, Pele, Maradona. So we're never going to budge no matter what. No matter what Yamal achieves, let's be honest here. Whatever Haaland achieves, whatever Mbappe achieves, I don't think we'll budge, bro.
I don't think that's fair, though. That's not fair to them.
It's not fair. It's not fair to them. But then it comes to a point where it's just your subjective opinion. Well, it's away from the fact. It's an emotional decision. So those who say Maradona over Messi is an emotional decision. It's a preference, in my opinion.
I hear you. I would just say that I think Messi being the best player has stopped being subjective. I think it's objective now, but that's just me getting my little 2 pence in. Go on, Abshir.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct. I see Brenna sweating. Anyway, I think Messi winning it now does something very weird for world football. Is that the American audience who love Ronaldo, the speeds and all these.
Because why are we bringing Ronaldo into this? Azam, please move on to the next game, bro. What is going on?
I see. People that don't even watch soccer, people like Logan Paul. Logan Paul's coming out saying, "I never knew soccer was this hard."
I'm sure who gives a shit, bro?
No,
I
I
know,
understand.
you know, you keep making this point about America, but who cares about America, bro?
No, Azam,
Being America, being
where's
Trump as
Hassanin
well,
when
bro.
Where's Hassanin when I need him? Hassanin said,
America runs the world. Who cares?
America runs the world. If Donald Trump is going to come out and say, Messi,
Bro,
great player,
these guys.
greatest.
Actually, he's a splendid player. He's brilliant. Harry Kane, I play golf with him. It's fantastic. They're good players.
What's he gonna do for me, bro?
Nothing, wallah.
Look at that guy.
I
I'm good at this stuff when he complains to me.
Football
I'm
is
gonna
bigger than
complain.
America, Abshir. Football is bigger than America.
What I really is.
Yeah,
And the
wallah,
thing
yeah.
is, they have no idea. This is the thing. They've got no. They think the Super Bowl is bigger. It doesn't add to the sport at all. Like it doesn't. And you know what? Their hosting was 10 out of 10. But let me come back to one point. Yesterday in the comments, someone said, "Azama, rate your ball knowledge," but saying that Yamal can chat to Messi at the end of his career because I've said this too. Is atrocious. He's basically saying I never said that he could chat to him. I'm saying if there's anyone that could, because he's the youngest and he's shown us some glimpses. If you imagine he wins like 3 World Cups or 10 Champions Leagues or something and 10 Ballon d'Ors. Bro, there's an argument. There's an argument, objectively speaking, that he had a better career. Whether he's a better player or not, that's something else. Just like Maradona. You think Hasib Maradona is it's like very objective that Messi is better than Maradona? I don't really think so, bro. I don't think it's objectively like that. You can say all aspects as well.
It just comes to a point. So whoever prefers Maradona over Messi, it's it's just their choice. It's not. It's got nothing to do with what's objective. It's got nothing to do with what's the actual
It's
fact
very
is.
subjective, yeah.
Yeah, they will always choose Maradona over Messi.
You know-
If they've just made up their mind, is what I'm
The
saying.
most obvious one is me and you. I know that Messi is better, and I choose to be like, okay, I'm a Barcelona fan. You know Messi's better, yet you still believe Ronaldo's the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's.
There's
I think
only-
it's-
there's
You
only
won't pay
one-
me. You won't pay me to change my opinion,
Hey,
guys.
there's only one objective thing. The short guy's the greatest. Who you think is everything else is subjective.
Fair enough.
Yeah, bro, brush it after that. What do you mean in terms of the amount of chat?
Don't do that. Don't do the brush it after that thing. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't
no, but
disrespect me.
shout out, but shout out them
You guys
legends,
are
man.
antagonizing
Yeah.
Habib too much today.
You're not better. You're not better than the midgets. You're not better than the midgets.
Abdullah said it 2 weeks ago. Like, Abdullah's always ahead of the curve, I realized. He said 2 weeks ago. Just Azam asked, I think some guest or somebody, just Messi or Ronaldo, and everyone argued. And Abdullah just sat there for like 20 minutes. And then Azam got him involved. Hey, Abdullah, what do you think? Because I'm bored, bro.
But just to answer your question, Abs, I'm saying obviously ability wise, I don't know if anyone can chat to Messi. He's the best. He's the best at everything. He's the best at taking throw-ins. He's the best at everything. You know what I mean? But when he comes
Other than
to
pens, other than penalties.
wallahi penalties, he's shocking.
He's
Wallahi.
so bad.
rubbish.
Why is he so
Let me tell you
bad?
this.
Why
I
is
was
he so
watching
bad?
it live, and while I was watching it at home with my wife, and I told her, "Wallahi, what she's gonna miss. I'll put
He's
anything,
gonna miss.
she's gonna miss."
He's gonna
And
miss.
that was such a shocking penalty. It was so bad, bro.
But
Boys, what
bro,
is it?
you
And
know
then
what
he
it
takes
is,
a free
yeah.
kick, and then he hits the post from a
Now, as
distance.
of you know what it
What's
is,
wrong with this
yeah.
guy, bro?
He's a joke.
Because it's like
He's a
the
joke.
best chef in the world that cannot make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, literally.
Crazy.
Literally.
But why? I don't get it.
Comparison.
That's a very nice comparison, but I don't understand the psychology behind it.
Because it's
Look,
scary.
I
Taking penalties is
don't
scary.
like
Scary.
left-footed penalty takers. I don't like left-footed penalty takers in general, by the way. There's something about it. I just don't like it.
You got a
Gareth
point
Bale?
there.
Now, there's some that are good for sure, but just in general, whenever I see a left-footed penalty taker stepping up,
No.
I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like it was weird. It's just weird. I don't know.
Just Ronaldo and Kane, like the two
I think it just feels
guaranteed.
easier to read. They always go across their body.
Those
Also,
two?
Yeah, I feel like left-footed players have more specific finishes from the penalty spot that
Yeah.
works for them.
but
yeah.
Ronaldo, there was a period during his career where you could just turn around and just turn off the TV. He's scoring it. But right now, it's not exactly like that.
It is too.
Nah, I remember there was a time where I used to just look at Ronaldo's feet whilst he's taking the penalty. I'm like, this ball is gonna pop by the time it goes in. You know what I mean? He slaps it so hard.
The,
Him and Kane do that.
the famous one that comes in my mind is the one where he's stamped his left foot so near the penalty spot, the ball rises up. And like the guy took a volley as a pen. I've never seen anything like that. That's bid'ah. I've never seen that before. Who has ever made a volley a pen? That's innovation, Ag. We've not seen that, but we haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, but Ronaldo was side-footing them into the top corner.
Yeah.
That's when they were unstoppable. Like
He had
if
a wild
he
technique.
goes laces, he'll top corner it, no worries. But he was side-footing them into the top corner. Then
And-
he's
Shout out him. He
unstoppable.
can take the penalty
And-
goal thing.
And pressure movements.
He can take the penalty goal. Yeah.
Absolutely. Stop, Wallah. Stop. Don't do this.
Sorry.
We don't need this. We don't need this. Anyways, let's move on. Boys, there was a second game that was played, by the way. And dead haps of all dead haps.
Snooze fest, wallah.
Ya Latif, that was such a horrendous game. And I didn't know Yermina's still around, bro, by the way. When I saw his face, I was so over that game. Anyways, it finished on penalties. And Abdullah Granit Xhaka, Abdullah, Arsenal owe him an apology, bro. Arsenal, as a club, owe that man an apology for everything that he's done and his career. And he wears number 10 for...
Did you see him get caught on the ball deep? It's his
Oh.
specialty. His specialty, wallah.
Abdullah, you're the only one
Loves
in the
getting
world
caught
who's realised
blindside.
it,
He
brother.
loves getting caught
Yeah,
blindside.
because I've never seen an experienced midfielder that don't understand that part of the game. Like, if he's deep, he's costing you the game.
Yeah.
Push
But-
him up high, as a left 8, you're fine.
Nah, but
Hiding
Abdullah,
away
lasting
from all
that
the
long as well.
congestion,
120 minutes, bro. 120 minutes on the pitch. Granit Xhaka at this age, bro. What he did with Sunderland as well. Because, to be honest, I was quite sad to see him go when he left Arsenal, man.
No.
Same only because he gave us a good season finally. That was his first good season.
Yeah.
But Switzerland, congrats to them. They reached the first quarterfinals, I think since, I don't know how many years, but it says 1954. That's been a long time. But you know what? They've been playing well throughout this tournament, so they deserve to go through. I'm sad for Colombia because this was a true dark horse in this tournament.
What a shame. What a
Such
shame.
a shame, wallahi. And honestly, Yeah, even the Mexico one. Well, I want to chat about that, but maybe we have to talk about England as like in the next stage. But even Mexico, bro, like it's such a shame that these two South American teams, or Mexico,
You know
not
why
really,
it's
but
even more of a shame that Colombia didn't go through? Because we know they would have had a chance at knocking out Argentina, but Switzerland don't.
100%.
Switzerland don't.
Yeah.
Switzerland can't deal with them. Colombia would have dealt with them good.
Do you know what I'd say though? Do you know what I'd say is that if Switzerland were 2-0 up going into the 80th minute, I think they get the job done.
They're saying it out. Yeah, they're seeing it out. They're seeing it out.
They'd see it out against Argentina. It's
But-
just about the mammoth effort to get 2-0 up is going to be
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't know
think-
if they have that.
I don't think they have that in them. This is the thing. Egypt have that in them, but keeping that.
Azam,
lead
do
is-
they though? We said that the same thing about Cape Verde. Then we said the same thing about Egypt, bro. Cape Verde surprised, bro. Egypt surprised too. Let's be honest, yeah.
You keep hoping, Hazim.
Hasib,
No,
is
well,
that
I'm not
here?
reaching, I'm just saying.
Hasib, are you doing black magic on the side or something
Nah,
against Argentina?
You know what? We need the Ghanaian brother, bro. What's his name? The black the witchcraft.
That's good.
No. Well, Argentina. I feel- I don't know if Argentina is just trying to give people hope, or Messi is just trying to be like, okay, let me just chill back. Let's see if this team can do something without me, and then he comes to life, you know, when they
Maybe
need the
the-
most. But hey,
Or
bro,
maybe
I-
they really are just 10 average footballers with
Yeah.
the greatest player of all time.
that's what it is. That's if you want to be objective, that's really what it is. But they come up against Argentina, and it looks like it's. I feel like Argentina is going to win this game, but we'll talk about that another time. I wanted to ask Abs a question.
Talk to me.
England, my brother, you're coming against Norway.
So. Talk to me, Gazer.
You're coming against Norway, and you've seen what Haaland has just done to Brazil, and
Yeah,
we
monster.
and you know what? Wallahi, that team is very well balanced, and they play really, really, really good football, and they're not afraid. Somehow they're playing like Morocco, bro. They're not afraid to come across anyone. So I don't think this game is gonna be a game where England are gonna look at it and be like, okay, this is gonna be, regardless of whether it is the quarterfinals or whatever, it's an easy walk because it's not a big name. How do you expect this game to go? Because I genuinely think Norway can cause another upset, especially that man at the front. He might be coming for yous.
The game will go with Norway controlling most of the possession, England sitting in their block within their own half and shuffling as they have been doing against lesser teams. You know what I'm saying? Against the Congo, for example. I remember Sipenga on the left-hand side for Congo being such a big threat, and in transition being a threat, and also having the confidence to play through the lines against England as well. The way this team is set up, this English team, is that our press is a little bit disjointed. Sometimes you see Elliot Anderson by himself alone on an island with Declan Rice helping out in the press. It's like Norway are going to control most of this game, just because have seen them do it before as well. But this England team is not been built to control games. The funniest part of this whole English narrative is that a German has taught England how to play English football. What the hell is going on? Two world wars fighting each other. Now a German is coming to teach English people how to play English football. Vacate the midfield is not important. Be rugged, be hard to beat, hustle, work hard, shuffle, run, transition. This is English football. We're not here to try and be Spain. And to be fair, I really like that he's leaned into that in this tournament. Is it a good watch? No. England look horrible most of the time. It's tough watching England as an English fan. You see what I'm saying? It's tough watch. It's bad football for most times of it. But it is playing to your strengths. And Norway do have Haaland. Outside of Haaland, Nusa did score a really good goal the other game. Oscar Bob, when he comes off the pitch, is all right. Soloff will be a handful. But I think defensively, England should be all right, unless the alien decides that he just wants to score. Because that's what he's going to do throughout this game. Norway will control most of this game. Haaland will be disinterested for about 89 minutes of the game. That 1 minute of activity is enough to change the game. And that's just the reality of what you're facing. So what England have to hope is that their huge personalities, the likes of Kane, the likes of Jude, are going to do enough to damage that Norwegian spine. Like, Ayer's been really good this tournament. Sander Berger's been Sander Berger. They've been a disciplined, very, very good outfit for most of the tournament. I do expect England to just have enough firepower. Whether Saka's fit enough for a start again is going to be huge. whether Anthony Gordon starts on the left-hand side will be huge. He's been really important in the last couple of games. I just think England probably have enough firepower to get over the edge. We're not going to be trying to control this game. We're going to be here to transition.
Quick question. This reminds me a little bit of Arsenal with Arteta ball when we were being extremely defensive for the last couple, like throughout the entire season, and we're like, okay, if he wins us the league this way, we'll take it. But then the thing is that whenever we lost the game, whenever we dropped a point, it was mayhem. So tell me this, yeah, if that happens with England, the way you're saying, playing to your strengths, do you think you'll be satisfied with losing that way? Like, what do you think the reaction of England fans is going to be if you were to play the way you guys played against so far this tournament, but bowed out against Norway?
Total media breakdown and destruction, and they'll be calling Thomas Tuchel a spy. They'll be going crazy at all of these players that have been given chances. Jed Spence would get killed, like he's already been getting killed. Gay, he will probably, like, all of them are going to get killed. Like, it's good. Like, we are in a bit of a clockwork phase now. We saw it with Sancho, we saw it with Rashford, we saw it with Saka. It's not. But my thing is so hilarious. Like, I was saying this in content leading up to the World Cup. It's like, what are you surprised about? In my lifetime, guys, in all of our lifetimes, in fact, England have never played good football. England have never played good football, ever before. So why is there this feeling of, oh, why are we playing like this? It's not right. He's a German spy, it's total. I promise you're here. I don't get the outrage. It defies logic to me, because if you went into the World Cup supporting England and you said, I can't wait to see some triangles, what the hell were you thinking? You're the naff. You're the stupid one for thinking that. There's nothing else that can happen. And you deserve to feel pain. No one else. But it will be total media breakdown, and it'll be Harry Kane's last World Cup. And to be fair, Harry Kane will probably be the one that comes out best in this. And Jude, the superstars will be the superstars. But guys will get killed. Noni would get killed. Saka will be asked why his hamstring's falling off. Bro, it's going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be full media breakdown. But it's kind of become expected, and it gets a bit boring for us looking at it, where it was like, all right, cool, what's the new narrative going to be? Who's the next black player that's going to get killed? Jed Spencer's already facing it right now. Unfortunately, it's the dark reality that we live in over here.
It's refreshing, though. It's good to hear. It's good to hear that what you're seeing, England, like, leaning into their identity. Because when we had Liban on, I said that to him. He said if we had Pep Guardiola, we'd play amazing football. I said to him, everybody sticks to who they are. Show who you are at the World Cup. Play the football that best describes your league, your personality as a nation, your identity, and that's what you should be showcasing. So it's good. It's good that at least, like, it's been not accepted but identified, and people are okay with it to an extent.
Yeah, it's like, and to be fair, we're always going to be okay with it when results come like that. Like, I will never forget the other night. Like, that's one of the greatest footballing nights ever. We're celebrating, going crazy, watching that first goal happen. We turn around to the big screen. Jude is through on goal. He set Harry Kane. He's come across. It's pandemonium. Like, it's footballing peak moments of my life. Like, this is like, and hence why it doesn't matter how badly we play, especially when the whole country unites. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like walking around in South London at 5 a.m. with an England shirt, every single car beeping. Bus drivers going crazy. It's like nothing else. Like the only experience I can match it to is me hating seeing Arsenal fans walk around after that Premier League win. And like, I'm there with my brethren, whoever they meet, like hooligans. It's crazy. And that's the only thing that it can match. You mentioned something, Abdullah, about like fitting into your identity. England have never played good football. So England playing bad football while also playing to their strengths. I think this is one of the better England teams we've seen in terms of how it's set up, because it's the first time you've seen a manager not try and be anything that he's not having to be a Fabio Capello. Don't be a Sven-Goran Eriksson. Don't try and do things that are different. You see what I'm saying? What Southgate did was completely at times I remember the 2018 World Cup where it's devoid of any belief or understanding. It's like playing a back five with Sterling and Harry Kane up top, and you guys just go and feed off scraps. This team has an identity. They want to hit on transition. They want to hit you out wide with their wing play. And bro, I think this is one of the better England teams I've ever seen, if I'm being honest.
You know what? You touched on it. And I have to ask you because Abshir made a comment during the El Faiz episode, and it's although it wasn't a serious comment, and he will say, "Oh, I was so serious." No one's going to take him seriously. But how important is Jude Bellingham? He made the statement that he's going to be the greatest English player or midfielder to have ever played football by the time he's done.
Correction. I didn't say greatest English midfielder. I said the greatest midfielder.
Even worse, wallahi. Anyways,
all time.
All time.
سبحان الملك القدس العلي العظيم. Okay, and for me, I'll be honest. I've been on the record as not being the biggest Jude Bellingham fan. There were 2 huge SDS episodes where we did top 3 players in every position in the world. For 2 years back to back that we did it, Jude wasn't in my top 3 8s in the world and wasn't in my top 3 10s in the world. I had to tweet while in the middle of celebrations and pandemonium and screaming is around me. Jude Bellingham, I am so sorry.
Yeah, well, you got rinsed in that episode as well. I
I'm
remember.
sorry. I was, bro.
Yeah.
That's the yeah. I should slap you episode. That's what face like. Yeah. Tell him. But
Bro, he said it after Jude Bellingham's first season at Real Madrid. I'm like,
Nah, that's
what
not.
else does he have to do?
Yeah, but to be fair, Faisal doesn't have his hands clean either. To be fair, he didn't want Jude Bellingham at Real Madrid in the first place. But what matters is the realization. And to be fair, it wasn't. A couple of years ago, it wasn't mad controversial to say that Bellingham is a bit overhyped at this point in time, bro. It's like, do you know what? Like me, I definitely like I have a type. Yeah,
I was just about to say that.
I definitely have a type, right? And as beautiful as Jude Bellingham might be, he isn't my type. He just isn't. Like the kind of player that he just isn't my type. But
are we talking football or something else?
I'll leave that for you to decide, option. But one thing that can't be denied, and this is something that is actually, I'm annoyed at myself for overlooking so much for so many years. But what carries you over the line when everything is put to the side, technical ability is put to the side, is how much personality do you have? How much main character syndrome do you have? How big are your cojones? Do you see what I'm saying? Like it really, like these things are spoken about in football and sometimes brushed. These intangibles are so important. And I think Jude Bellingham might have the biggest cojones of all time. This getting weird.
By the way,
you had all these opportunities to say pause and you didn't say pause now. And the last episode, I said something so small.
No pause. Anti-pause.
Fast forward.
Hasib, go for it.
No, I'm just saying, same thing we rinsed Ronaldo for, bro. He's saying that about Jude Bellingham, bro.
No.
It's why I think Ronaldo is the second greatest player of all time. I think they are better technical players than Ronaldo of all time. But he's the second best based on his character and his personality.
His name's not Jude Bellingham anymore. It's Cristiano Bellingham. This guy's
mute him right now.
You know what? It's kind of a paying homage kind of situation to Jude Bellingham using Cristiano because Cristiano is such a great. Isn't that right, Abshir?
Yes, 100%. Such a great.
That's brilliant. Make sure you got a lawyer in your corner like Azam every single time you get a case. Anytime you got a case, make sure Azam is there.
Yeah, and Azam, the best thing, the most beautiful feeling about Jude Bellingham scoring and doing this in the World Cup, saying who else the last Euro is doing what you had to do, grabbing his cojones, is just the start of the season. I said last episode as well, when I told all these guys, he's the best midfielder in the world. Bar none. I don't like these. I'm going to say it again. Abs, you were here last time. Enough of these princesses. These
You know what? Abs, just so you can debate. You know what Faisal said? He said he's not like a Pedri. His hips don't lie or whatever. He compared him to Shakira, bro. Can you believe this, bro?
Yeah.
Did he compare to Shakira? Jude Bellingham or Pedri?
Pedri. He doesn't shake his hips like Shakira.
I like it.
Unbelievable.
What I will say is that Jude Bellingham isn't a better midfielder than Pedri. Pedri can do more things in midfield. Like it's like he can do other midfield. His midfield attributes are better. But Jude Bellingham is who you want now.
Who would you rather play against, or would you rather not play against? Who would worry you more if you're playing in midfield the next day?
Me.
Depends on the team, bro.
Depends on the team. But if it's me specifically playing against like a counterpart.
Your name is Busquets, by the way. Remember that.
Yeah, so I play in the 6. I'm a defensive midfielder. I think, but Jude Bellingham would run off you. He'd be annoying to track. But Pedri, like, you wouldn't be able to get a glove on him. Like you'd be running so much, you'd be doing so much shuffling because he's passed the ball out wide again, and I have to run. You won't be able to get you want a physical battle. Obviously, this is obviously relative because Jude Bellingham and Pedri stratospheric compared to me. But I'm saying that if you try to make it relative, you want a physical battle as a midfielder. Sometimes you want to get a hold of a player and you want to get involved in duels. Pedri won't let you. He's just gonna pass the ball over there, and he's gonna go over there, and he'll go in behind you. But dude, you actually can get a hold of him. You see what I'm saying?
One tackle on Pedri, 2 seasons is out.
It depends
One
how good
elbow.
it
He can't.
You know, the guy's he's played the most minutes at one point, and he never got injured. That tells you something, bro.
But hey, this is what
they played him for like 80 games at one season when he went to the Olympics, didn't it?
Yeah, Olympics. Yeah.
Lads, we've got to finish off because this episode has gone long enough. We won't do the predictions now.
That flew by.
But Abs, this was a pleasure. Although you just woke up 50 minutes ago, it still was pretty good. I can't believe you can talk football as soon as you wake up, mashallah. No fajr, no Quran, no nothing, but straight football, mashallah.
In my dreams, I was talking about this stuff. That's a really good point. I just woke up and I'm already just talking. Well, I was such nerds. Definitely me.
I'm sure you've done this before, though. You've definitely done this before.
It's definitely not the first time. Yeah, any kind of international calls will kill you. But yeah, it's I love it. It's a beautiful game, don't we?
No, mashallah. Abs, wallah, the ball knowledge is up here, and the vibes as well is up here. This is a very different kind of guest that we have today, bro.
The style is very questionable, right? It's like a Timu version of Thomas Shelby, with the England glasses on.
I've got Thomas Shelby, the Piggy Blinders over here. I've got my Union Jack on right here, and Barcelona on the shirt. Something's gone wrong somewhere, I promise you.
Yeah, Abdullah Shelby.
Yeah, Abdullah Shelby, for real. That's me.
Lads, make sure you check out Abs. He's got a YouTube channel if you didn't know. We're going to be collabing with him. But also, he's got some social media handles that you guys can check out and follow. And like always, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. And peace.
All my niggas, we intimidated. All my they intimidated. Burn City, we intimidating. Got my young boy, he intimidated. All my shooters, yeah, they really aiming with them cold niggas. We ain't got no patience. Money talks in my conversation. One niggas, they imitated. Ask my dogs, we intimidated. Ask my bro, we intimidated. How you poppin', no niggas hating, and I play the whole to keep